I can't wait for those nights where I get to see the UK audience supporting me in on my on my journey in the ring.
Yeah, yeah. And we definitely gonna bring a big fight over there. And I'm letting the fans know right now, it's gonna be in 2021. 20
Ooh,
in 2021, I'm
ooh,
working on some big for Tank
that's
Davis
that's news to
in
me.
the
That's
UK.
news to me.
So you hearing it right now. In the
2021,
UK,
okay. You heard
2021.
it.
It's the realist, and welcome back to the channel. Big smile because we got good news that we're gonna get into later in the video. But yeah, you heard it, and I'm gonna dive into it a little bit later. There's been a lot going on. Even though we've been in quarantine, we had the podcast that just came out. The likes to dislike ratio was mad. It's so positive to see everyone engaging. When the boys get together, you normally see us go to war and get a victory. But during the times and obviously everyone's situation right now, the most we can do is have a chat. I know the camera quality was poor, but we tried. All right, we tried to give you guys something, and it seems that everyone's enjoying it. So great. What else? New t-shirt. I'm feeling fresh, mint green, my protein, new collection. I'm liking it still. I think it goes well. Makes my teeth look more white as well. So I'm gassed. 37% off. Use Viddal on checkout. Link in the description. Let's get into today's video. We've seen Floyd Mayweather has now began coaching, which is very interesting, especially for someone in my position who is so close to the circuit and the Mayweather circle. It's a very interesting and intriguing news to hear that he's coaching. The reason that inspired him to coach obviously isn't jolly or joyful reason. It was just a recent passing of his uncle, the legendary Roger Mayweather, rest in peace, made him want to go into coaching and continue a long family tradition. And they're all great coaches, Floyd Senior to Roger to my trainer Jeff. It's a great thing that Floyd is deciding to continue it. So we're just gonna have a look at a few of the clips that he's put on his Instagram. I just wanna share with you guys what I think of the clips. He's not been doing pads long, and I remember being in that position, not doing pads for a bit, but trying to use the knowledge that we have in the ring to replicate onto the pad. So we're just gonna have a quick look at that. I'm gonna give you guys my quick reaction, then we'll get into the next topic. All right, so let's get into the first clip. It is Floyd Mayweather doing pads with Rolly Romero, who is a top prospect under the Mayweather Promotions banner, and he's a power puncher. So if you don't know about him, check him out. He likes to finish fights. And I think his last fight was on the undercard of Fury Wilder 2. So yeah, shout out to Rolly, and he just needs to keep doing what he's doing. So you see Floyd here, literally doing uppercuts with him. So he's using the rotation, twisting each side, and pretty simple. Like, it's pretty simple pads, but it's effective, and it's what is needed. A lot of people complicate the pads. You can see he hasn't gone for the approach that Roger took with him, because that's for him. He's acknowledged already that I'm not about to try and teach you the same routine that I do with my uncle, because that works for me and my uncle, but it might not work for you. So Rolly, who's a power puncher who needs to sit down on his shots, bend his knees, rotate from the waist, and bring the shots up. I guess that's pads that is suited for him. So yeah, it's sick, and hopefully when I get back to Vegas, I can do some pads with him as well, and he can adjust it for me once he picks up on my style, because we know his boxing IQ is the highest. So this is him and a prospect. So you can see he has that routine again of using the rotation of the uppercut. So that seems to be a staple thing in his pads. Links the shots together well. Uses the double jab on the right pad. See him, goes the rotation up, then he brings it back up with the double jab up at the top, 2 jabs at the top. But yeah, that is, I guess you can see where the family tradition stems in terms of the pad work, because some people use, Floyd Senior uses the right pad for jabs. We all know he goes combination, finish with like 8 jabs, all on the right pad. Jeff varies it, so Jeff switches it up a little bit, and we do jab on the right, jab on the left sometimes, and Roger, they done their own separate thing. But yeah, you can see Floyd's taking the right pad to use as a jab, which I think makes sense. Using either pad, you should use either pad to jab in my opinion, because the target in boxing moves. The target isn't stable. It isn't in one place. So to jab here and to jab here makes sense. But I guess when you jab to the right pad, you are firing more straight because the pad is direct to your left hand. Whereas when you jab left to left, you kind of come across here as opposed to going across, like going straight down the middle. So I agree with jabbing on the right pad. I agree with both, but I think jabbing on the right hand as an orthodox fighter makes your jab more down the line, more down the pipe. And we get into the final clip here. We see Floyd again with Rolly working on head movement and defense. If you're gonna learn defense from anyone in the boxing game, who's better to learn defense from than Floyd Mayweather Jr.? So you can see him here just teaching him a few slips. So yeah, he slips a couple, teaching him just how to come over with the counter. But it ain't about punching. You can see this drill is not about punching. It's about moving, slipping, and being relaxed, staying in the pocket, and just letting punches just skim past your face. And that's what boxing's about. It's not about making someone miss by this much. It's about making someone miss by that much, because then it gives you the opportunity to then throw your shots and counter back. Cool. So we've done that. We've spoken about that. I'm glad to see Floyd is training people. Can't wait to get back to Vegas. Hopefully he can take me on some pads. We can do a little session, and then just to have a round with him, round with Jeff, round with him, round with Jeff. That would be ideal, and hopefully something that can happen. Next topic, me fighting in the UK. So we're gonna run the clip again and just show you what Leonard said at the beginning of the video.
I can't wait for those nights where I get to see the UK audience supporting me on my journey in the ring.
Yeah. And we definitely gonna bring a big fight over there, and I'm letting the fans know right now, it's gonna be in 2021. In 2021, I'm working on some big for Tank Davis.
That's news to me.
In the UK.
That's news to me.
So you hearing it right now.
2021, okay.
2021.
You heard it.
All right. So you hear it there first. You've heard it there first. Leonard said that I will be fighting in the UK in 2021. For those that don't know, that is next year. So I was thinking that it was gonna be quite a way in the distance, but apparently he's got something cooking up with Tank, and we all know Tank is on a rampage right now. Devastating win over Yuriorkis Gamboa in his last fight. And now they're talking about bringing him over here. And if he's over here, then I'm gonna be over here. And me being over here, I can't wait. I actually can't wait to see how many of the realest fans turn out to see me perform and put on a show for my home country. Like, it's actually, you know, some things give you extra motivation. Whether you're motivated normally anyway because you got things to achieve, but then there's things that just spike it a little bit more. And Leonard saying to me that it's gonna be that close, me fighting in my home country, just made everything just click together, and you know, just made me extra ready to go. And life is just crazy. Like, I'm gonna give you guys a little story just so you can realize where you can go from one place to one place. I was a PT in gym box, right? I was boxing, of course I was, as an amateur, trying to do my thing, get to the Olympics. 2020 Olympics, now 2021 Olympics. But I was working, just doing like 12-hour days at the same time, going boxing in the evening and just really trying to balance it. And Gervonta Davis had a fight against Liam Walsh, and I don't know what year, I think it was like 2017 or 2018. But either way, I bumped into Leonard in Westfield, Stratford City. I saw him outside HMV, and I shook his hand and I just said, oh, you know, you've done a lot in the game and it's nice to meet you. And I said, I'm a fighter myself. And he said, yeah, but just keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Nice to meet you too. Fast forward. And look, he's my promoter. We're on FaceTime. talking about how he's gonna make a fight happen in the UK for me, when I literally saw him because he was making a fight happen for Tank against Liam Walsh. So if you don't believe that these things can happen and that the world isn't a small place and everyone is connected and you can actually make this happen, then you need to change your mindset, because that is proof and that is evidence. And I remember being at that fight. I remember Floyd being there. Everyone was going crazy. You know, when Floyd come to the country, everyone's going crazy, especially if it's a boxing event. And I was sitting there with my long-term friend Ian, and I was just looking at it, and I had no clue that fast forward 4 years, 3-4 years, I would be on one of these shows in the same position. It's just, yeah, I don't know, man. That's just crazy, but what can we say? It's just how it goes. But I can't wait to fight in the UK, and for it to be in 2021 is amazing. You know, O2 is one of those venues that I want to fight in. Tottenham Stadium is obviously one that I want to fight in as well, but that is going to take some time and that will be down the line. But either way, the realist is making moves and it's all happening. All right, next topic, music. So the most recent music that I dropped was Living Sports 2, and that was in October last year. That the streams on Living Sports 2 have surpassed Living Sports 1 by far, so I cannot complain. I am happy. The people are treating the realist music how it should be and pointing. People love that. Cologne done bits as well. But now it's time to move on, people. It's time. It's 2020 and we need a new chapter. So Living Sports 3 is being made as we speak. It's nearly done. But before Living Sports 3, we're going to drop a song. We're going to drop Range. Now, Range is supposed to be on Living Sports 3. Depending on how you guys receive it, we have some backup tracks that we might take it out and replace and do all that bits and pieces. T1 will sort that out. But Range is going to drop. So Range is planning to drop on the 15th of May. Alright, that's going to be on all streaming platforms. I'm going to release a preview later on this week or maybe next week. But yeah, it's gonna be hopefully one of my biggest releases. Hopefully you guys like it and enjoy it. And it's a new sound. Doesn't sound like anything on Living Sports 2, so hopefully you guys engage with it. And yeah, that's it really. I hope everyone's staying safe, because that's important. Let me know who you want to get on the next podcast. I'm probably gonna bring on Gib, because I don't like the way you guys are leaving these comments about him. It's not fair. I've said what I've had to say. I put my tweet out saying about winning is a mentality. Winning is in your spirit. Winning is not based on a result. But we'll probably get Gib on there anyway. I know that people need to hear from him, man. He's been ghosting for a little while, so we're gonna bring him back out and hopefully get him on the podcast, the Winners Podcast. And yeah, I think that is it. The trim is dead. The country is still standing still. Hopefully we still start moving soon. And just make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you go back and watch the oldest videos that I have. Boom.
Ben said he's riding, so we hop in the whip, slip and sliding. Got bottles on ice, so we gliding. Them man play hide and seek, so we finding. Not all of my brothers are abiding, but we get the job done right time, and the hands be blinding. So they say I move cray from Quay in the day. Actions, no say, not a speech thing.